Hey, what's up, guys? It's a Wednesday afternoon weather 2020 video for you. Of course, cold this morning across the entire Central Plains. Most of us got our first frost or freeze of the season this morning, which is pretty much right on track. Of course, huge shout out to my boys, Superior Roofing and Construction, a four-state premier roofing contractor. Give them a call if you have roofing needs. They service Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. The number is right there on your screen. Ask for Cole, Evan, or Carlos. All right, so today, of course, we need rain. Everybody needs rain here in the Central Plains. We're going to be talking about that and what we are going to see as we go through the next few days. You can also check out our long-range forecast at Global Predictor, weather2020.com. You can get your long-range forecast anywhere in the world, 6 months out. All right, so let's dive in. Average first frost, of course, a good chunk of us got it this morning. Average for the states of Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri is about the 17th to 20th of October. So we're right on track. Now, always that first frost, first freeze can kill a lot of tender plants, especially like mums. I told my wife to put all the mums inside last night just because they can't take that kind of thing. Now, once you get a couple freezes, then there's no more frost or freeze warnings. It just becomes typical late fall into the winter months. All right, so let's see what's going to be happening as we go through the next several days. Look at that whole bunch of nothing across the Central Plains. That is due to a big dome of high pressure that moved in behind the storm system that gave us, I guess it wasn't really a storm system, it was more of a cold front that dropped us off late Sunday into Monday. This has shifted off toward the east, and I talked about this in my last video. That is a very key part to the new cycling weather pattern. We are in a weak La Nina, almost neutral phase, so it's not going to be a strong La Nina this year. We came out of a El Nino. So a lot of times, even in this new cycling weather pattern, we're going to be in a northwest flow, meaning the upper level winds kind of drop out of the northwest, but there's going to be a little bit of an El Nino neutral influence to it. So I'm very excited to watch one full cycle of what's going to happen so I can really figure out what's going to happen this winter, spring, and also next summer. But with these storm systems, these will be the typical polar vortex in the winter if they can set up just like this did. So you look at our temperatures, we're 15, 20 degrees below normal for overnight lows in a lot of areas, at least 10 degrees. So if you project this forward into January and February, 10 degrees, 15, 20 degrees below normal is pretty cold. So we want to keep our eyes on that. But also notice the big dome of high pressure right across the Central Plains. That's kind of blocking the pattern up toward the west. But we are seeing changes. So this is definitely the new pattern because we're getting these systems diving in to the southwest. Notice how it becomes a cutoff low, meaning the jet stream's up in Canada. So this cuts down into the southwest, and it really has nothing to shove it east because the jet stream's to the north. Now, once we get to the next cycle, the jet stream's going to be stronger. So instead of going up into Canada, it will dive down behind this system and drive it deep into the Central Plains. And that's when we're going to really get our rain and snow makers as we go through the winter months. All right, let's go into Sunday. You can see because it's cut off, it's just meandering its way off toward the east, but eventually kicks out, produces some rain across the Central Plains early next week, and then we go into that northwest flow. So remember I said the winds come out of the northwest. Now with this, we'll get some waves that drop through late next week. So at least we're seeing some rain chances, which is just not something we've seen a whole bunch of. All right, let me walk you through time. This afternoon, 61 KC, 62 in Wichita, 63 Oak City, 62 in Little Rock, 60 in St. Louis. That's just about perfect. That's pretty hard to beat. And the winds aren't as strong as what we saw yesterday. Now, the winds are going to pick up as we go into Thursday, and this will help us have a warming trend as we go toward the weekend. Still cold, 36 St. Louis, 39 in Joplin, Fort Smith down to 35, 50 in Dodge City. As we continue through the day on Thursday, warming up, sunny skies, breezy, south winds gusting to about 20, but near 70 for most people. As we go into Friday, a little bit warmer. Check this out now. 74 in KC, 71 in Dodge City, 75 in Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas, up to about 74 degrees. So it is going to warm up as we go through the next several days, and you can see the clouds and the rain starting to pick up across central and western Kansas by the time we head into the weekend. So let's look at that. So let's go into the weekend. Highs pushing mid to upper 70s, Missouri and Arkansas, Oklahoma and Kansas, but rain picking up out across parts of Colorado down through the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. Remember how slow this system moves. So it really hasn't moved by Sunday, so everybody ahead of it gets great weather, great fall-like weather, upper 70s to near 80. And then finally this rain starts to advance east as we get into Monday. Hopefully areas can at least get like a quarter of an inch. And then this system will spread off toward the east. Tuesday, northwest flow again, but still temperatures great. And then as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, another weak wave will push in that will at least give us some rain chances as we go through the middle of next week. So I guess the bottom line here is we're seeing changes, which is good. And we're heading in the right direction. We're really figuring out this new pattern that is going to be in effect till the beginning of next October. All right, guys, any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section below. And I hope you have a fantastic afternoon.